Hey everybody. I overslept a little bit, but I actually feel slightly better after some medication and everything else that I have. A little bit of Ricola. And I said there's no reason not to try to rank up a little bit. There's no reason not to give it a shot, you know? No reason not to at least say hi, right? Streaming's addictive, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. Hey, what's up, Christmas? Marauding Army, Bad Optics, Chris Chaos. Christmas. A little bit of lemon tea. You almost sound sad. No. I haven't cried. It's just my voice is hoarse from sickness. Sickness sounds like doing an advertisement for the nearest Ford model. That's true. With the Ford F-150's ultimate range and best-in-class load, towing, and pickup. Hey, what's up, Cyril Dean the Bone Man? This guy's gonna get a big dose. Big dose. Animbakal. Oh yeah, I could do Misty Mountains. Mist and Shadow. No, that's not right. Let's do Weaving Termlet. Yeah, that's basically how I'm gonna sound. Is like you haven't had anything to drink. That's basically how it's gonna sound for a while. Hey, what's up, John Peterson? There we go. Is it the Rap God video again? We already watched it. Christmas. Christmas. I'm glad to hear you made a Dinos deck. I actually been thinking about getting a Dinos like that. Alright, hold on. Let's do this. Let's do Skrelv. We're going to go in with Skrelv right there. Right. Using Godzilla Red Green Commander. Oh, that sounds pretty cool, actually. We already did it. Christmas. We'll lose Teething Wormlet. We don't really worry. I'm not worried about him right now. My turn. We'll put down the Ratussi. We'll go in for the Tox. We'll do it again another night. Maybe. But we did it. We did it twice, actually. We watched it on your stream. Not only did we watch it on your stream, we watched it on my stream. We've seen it twice. Yeah. See, they don't like this. People don't like this shit at all, man. They don't like this at all. Hey, what's up, Dustin Johnson? Happy New Year, everyone. Yeah, they don't like this tricky footwork right here, boys. We are 10 followers away from 3,000, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. 10 followers away from 3K. Which is, I'd love to hit that. Wow. Yeah, call me Force Loss. Holy shit, dude. Jeez. Not much to do about that. Jeez. Fuck me, man. Okay. That was wild, dude. Trevbot, I actually really like the Phyrexian Invasion. I know it's it's kind of an unpopular opinion. People don't like the Phyrexian Invasion that much. I think it's fine. I thought it was okay. I don't hate the arc that we're on right now, but frankly, I think that it's better than our current arc. Kaido Bane of Nightmares. Flashes him in. Alright, I need a mana right now. We did not get a mana. Alright, we're just gonna leave. That's... You want to give me no mana for anything yet. That's fine. We're gonna cancel that out. We're not fighting Dimir with fucking 5 cards. That's not that bad. I go first. Hey, what's up, Black Dragon? Is this a sad stream? Why do I sound sad to you guys? If we get to 3,000, I'm doing a giveaway, but so far we haven't got those last 10 whatchamacallits, so can't do nothing. Let's see what he puts down. I gotta run another Gruul deck. I don't know if I want to go back to Gruul Delirium or Dinosaurs. Gobakai. He'll probably take Tyvar Stam. That's what he should take. If he doesn't, and he takes Bloated or Infectious, that's... Yeah, that was a bad idea. That was a real bad idea. We're gonna go in. Boom, boom. That's that much poison. Nurturing Pixie. Yeah, that's going to cost you the game there, bub. Unfortunately. It's a good trick, but that's going to be that for you, my guy. Finn's got to go to work. Yeah, it was a pretty good conclusion. It brought in a lot of the elements that we had from way back, from Kaldheim, from Capenna. You know, they really built a lot. Hey, what's up, Phone Jackson? They really built up a lot of what was going on, and you could kind of piece together what they were trying to do and what was trying to go. And I didn't think the Phyrexian invasion arc was that bad. All right, so we're gonna hold off. We're gonna put this down and not play anything because we want to play Rot Priest with cover. Oh man, you didn't have to tell me you were playing Zer, man. You didn't have to tell me you were playing Zer, bro. Now I'm sad inside. This is my. There you go. That's for you, man. Bitter reunion. Draws 2. Is this going to be? They want the haster on it. Is that okay? So he's probably gonna do Reanimator. Oh no, he dropped that. Okay. All right, let's put down Singer Binger. Boom, boom, boom. Solemn Simulacrum. All right. We might be able to just, even with him coming in at us real spicy like, we might just be able to get him out poisoned off of putting stuff on him. Because that's going to be 4. We could do 5, 6, 7, 8. Wouldn't be the worst thing. Solemn Simulacrum. Okay. Soul Guide Lantern. My turn. Okay. So, if we pumped to 2, let's do it then. Because that's an instant. All right. Yeah, we can get him unless he board wipes. We can get him. Even if he board wipes, we can get him. Going all right. Yeah, I'm wondering when we're getting back to some tri-lands. They usually throw them in there eventually. It's been a while since we had them. I feel like they haven't wanted to do tri-lands for a while. Braided net. Okay, we do that. We do that. Craft with artifact. All right. This is what he's going to be really sad about. My turn. You want to see a sad guy right now? You want to see how sad someone can get? That's sad for him. You know what I mean? Well, that's what you get for playing Simulacrum. You get poisoned to death. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Guys in YouTube chat, make sure that you like the video. Don't forget to do that. Don't forget to tenderly press that like button. All right, this is not a good opener. Which sucks. But I'm worried about mulliganing it. Why are we having this issue with mana? Did I not put double land? I put double lands in this deck. Or we'll have to take a look at the mana. We'll take a gamble here. That's actually way better. Okay, I'm glad we gambled on that. I'm glad we gambled on that. White, 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 white. 35% chance of that. We'll drop the Crawling Chorus. Bone Reaper. We'll put you down. Even though I like to have protection out. Still gives him a little bit of something right there. Yeah, 35% mana draw is I'm not crazy about right there. Boom. He probably wants to play more skeletons and doesn't want to play another removal, but he will if he has to. The cool thing is that Gopher won't work on this guy because he's an artifact. Other removals will, but Gopher will not. It also won't bust through. So we do that. Boom. Face down card. I will take 3 damage, thank you. Power Forged, how we doing? Ankle Biter. Ward 2, so we're going to have to do this. There we go. Fell. Gives me a little bit more. Gives me a little bit more juice there. Boom. Scrub's Hive. No attacks. We drew a lot of mana for, ooh, nice. Nice. Block that out. Annex Century. Artifact or creature. Okay. Jawbone Duelist, not a bad idea. Yeah, not the worst idea. Fucking land. Fucking land, man. When I thought I wasn't going to draw land, we've been hitting 34% each time with a fucking land. 13 cards in, we hit 6 lands. Not ideal. Not ideal. Mildly better. Not, I wouldn't say insanely better, but mildly. Sacrifice a non-token creature. We'll sacrifice you. Yeah, if we would have got a slightly better draws on this, we might have got him. Another infectious bite or something would have been really useful. There's another rot priest. Might as well go in with you guys. Seven. Yeah, we have to block those. You can cast something out of the graveyard there. Probably will be Annex Century or something like that. Yeah. Believe it or not, Mana Flood with a very low mana. But still, honestly, decent performance getting him down to 7 there. He just came at me way too hard, and we didn't have a lot of answers very quickly. Boom, boom, yeah. Mildly better. Not by a wide margin. Ops goes first, and I got no early stuff. Well, we'll play it out. Yeah, I would say I'm slightly better. I don't want to say that I'm not, certainly not worse. No, I'm getting wins in it. I'm positive right now with wins. I'm moving up. I just occasionally get kind of a brick. And there's not much I can do about that. We get a smooth hand, we get a good hand, we're ripping and gripping, for sure. Scrub's Hive might not be the best one, though. It's a little slow for what we're doing. I don't know how many we have. Only 2 of them. That's not that crazy. Let's go in. We'll hold back on our other stuff for right now. Sheltered by ghosts. There we go. All right. This is going to make some of his plays useless here. That's kind of what we want here. We want to fucking... Oh, target creature you control. You wanted that out of the way. Okay. Okay. You wanted the Skrulv's Hive out of the way. Interesting. Essence Channeler. Gotcha. Really? You're that bad on your dailies, man? That sucks. Yeah, board wiping is a big issue right now. All right, let's do this. Deliver the payload. Fantastic. Next turn he dies. If he doesn't kill one of those. He's got to kill one of them. I don't think he will, though. Snurling Gerhern. Let's see what he does here. Star Scrape. He's can do a grand total of 11, 12. Can't knock me out just yet. 13, 14. He could do 13, 14. Could get close. Okay. If he swings in with everything, he needs to leave a white creature behind. Oh, that's 15 right there. Yeah, that's 15 right there. He hit the right combo. No, he got 13 right there. Yeah, he got it. Exactly on the fucking money. Exactly. If he would have pulled a mana for Amelia Benavides, he would have got it. That's random luck right there, guys. He could have pulled the fucking mana off the top. He didn't. He was able to scry, so he was able to get two bites at the apple there. Because he could just throw away something he didn't want. If there was a mana on top, he could have shuffled it under, but it could have been 2 manas on top. You know, it's completely random. I had to keep that extra green mana because I needed the protection open. If I would have had another green mana, I could have put down Ankle Biter and been able to block one of them. And being able to at least block one of them would have stopped me, and then I could have done it the other way, had the protection. I mean, it all fits together like a puzzle piece, you know what I mean? It's all random. All right, let's see if he has cut down. Probably does. Oh no, he doesn't. Okay, it sucks for you. Actually, you know what? We're gonna put down Finn. We're gonna make this real tough on you. Silent Hall Creeper. Very nice. Oh, absolutely poison the shit out of this guy right there. Absolutely poison for days. Poison for days, bros. Boom. Yep. So fast. That shit come flying out. That's what I'm talking about there. That shit comes flying out at you. Alright, let's fix the mana a little bit, because I'm seeing some issues here. $21 out of $71. Let's add a let's try that. All right. Oh, thank you, Hillbilly. How you been feeling, by the way, guys? Oh, yeah, I did this one. I didn't put Hitsugi's in it. Very interesting. Yeah, I did one similar to that. Put down Ankle Biter. Yeah, Board Wipe has been really powerful for a while now. Whoop. He's got an instant in his hand, boys. Let's see how he wants to take it. He wants to take it. I'm going to hit Skrelv Deflector next turn and keep my Tyvar stand ready to go. Let's see what he's got here. He's probably going to Foretell. Foretell's been making a comeback. Let's see here. No? Yeah, I told you. I fucking told y'all Foretell was hitting. I told y'all Foretell was hitting. Boom, boom. This dude's fucking dead. Unless he kills me right now, he's dead. He's literally fucking dead unless he kills me right now. He could. It's not impossible. I'm going to be honest with you. For 3 mana and a slick shot, it's not impossible for them to kill you immediately. He could have it. He probably does have it. Wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't. No, he does not in fact have it. He does not in fact have it. Nope. Nope. Either he really didn't have any pumps to play, or he was just out of gas. Or he just mishandled it. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Alright. This might be a mirror match here, boys. We'll see. Oh. That's the Rot Pre-Scoop. Bro, it wouldn't have mattered if very nice right there. Look at that. Rot Pre-Scoop. It wouldn't have mattered if Sheltered by Ghosts was a mythic rare. People would craft it happily. That shit is so fucking powerful. That shit is redonkulously powerful. The Finergy, yeah, the Finergy is huge right now. Big Fin energy. Ops goes first, and I kind of have a clunky hand here. I feel like Ankle Biter into Infectious Bite is not the worst thing in the world. We'll go with it, but I'm not happy about this. This is right on the edge of Mulligan territory. Yeah, we're going to get fucked over real hard here. Let's see. Yeah, it's insane value for an uncommon is insane. Do you feel about how Sunfall players the way I feel? Bad? As in I hate them? Yes, I'm sure I do. I'm sure I don't like them as much as you don't like them. Trapped in the screen. Yeah, Sunfall is a huge problem. Could get that enchantment out, but I would need 5 to get that enchantment out. Another Annex Sentry is not helping. No, I should have gone a better, should have kept a better hand here, but now we're down to, we need an Annex Sentry, but we're not going to get it. We missed our hit there. Ethereal Armor. Boom, boom. Boom. Probably Sheltered by Ghosts. Oh, Glimmer Tammer. Why would he do that way? If he did it the other way, he would have gotten a Gremlin out. That's not very smart. Yeah, Infectious Bite for 2. Latasha Blevins, yeah, I'm doing a little better. Yeah, Stymied by Mana there. Yeah, not a great opener. I should have probably mulliganed it, but we'll see. You know, it happens. Azorius Brain. Indeed. This deck is 100% on the play. If we're on the play, we almost guarantee win. Which is kind of funny when you think about it. Oh, we got a pack. Really building up here. All right. Ops goes first. We'll keep this. Maybe we'll start with Crawling Chorus. Yeah, let's start with Crawling Chorus. Because he's going to want to kill it, and it'll generate a token. Oh, yeah, that's bad situation. Yeah, he can't... They can't resist the kill cards. They literally can't resist it. Also known as the kill crads. Let's go with Slaughter Singer. Boom. Boom. Anoint with Affliction. Very nice. Cut down. Is he running oops all whatever? Let's get rid of Bloat Boy. Put down Finn. Go in again. Still not drawing the mana that we want. We're not hitting our 3-drops. This is a problem. Liliana the Villiana. I'm going to sacrifice that, obviously. There's a... Yeah, there we go. Okay. We just want to poison as quick as we can. We don't want to do anything else but that. Duress. He might play a removal. Sheldred's Edict. He panicked. That's going to be 8. We got to go in on him. Got to give him 8. Boom. All right. Does he draw a removal? He does. Does he draw a second removal? He does not. There we go. Very nice. Smooth. Smooth like butter. Butter. Very smooth. I mean, 65% win rate, guys. 100% on the play. 66% win rate, actually. 100% on the play. That's not bad. That's not bad glubbing right there. I'm gonna be honest. That's not a bad glubbing. Not at all. Decent run. Yeah, for sure. We'll go one more. El Chicho, well, it's fair that his deck's in the turn 2-3 kill. I feel that's fair. Yo, I finally get to see you live. Welcome, El Chicho. Sorry, guys, I wasn't responding. I was locked the fuck in. I was locked the fuck in. Let's do Ankle Biter. Ankle Biter into Finn is a great opener. I don't think people expect it. And it just loads poison fast. It just front loads poison really quickly. Boom. I think he's going to do a... Oh, it's Esper. Okay. I'm going to do that. Let's do teething wormlet. Boom. He hit him. Jace. Let's do that. Okay. Target artifact or creature. We'll see. What is he doing here? This doesn't really remind me of a traditional oh, that's an enchantment. I don't have any enchantment breakers. Yeah. This doesn't remind me of a traditional Esper. It's Esper Mill maybe? I don't know. That's artifact or creature, so we have nothing to do against that. Boom. Maybe a counterspell. We do have a Tyvar stand to protect that. We'll see what he does. Do a crawling chorus. We'll wait. And turn. This is pretty boring. Silver Scrutiny. Silver Scrutiny, one of my favorite Marvel heroes. Hope we see him in the Fantastic Four movie. Yeah, this is just some fucking control garbage. Yeah, this is just bad. Another temporary lockdown. We're going to quit. We'll do one more and then we'll shake and break it. Yeah, Board Exile is ridiculous. Sunfall, if for what it is so cheap for the effect that it gives you game wide, is pretty wild. That is not a good opener. Slightly better. Keep. We'll drop that. Drop you. Drop you. Yeah, honestly, I feel the same. I feel like it should have given your opponent a token. Yeah, Deadly Cover-Up, and you have to have it in the graveyard to Deadly Cover-Up yourself. It's not like it just does it for free. Three. Let's do Skrull Deflector Might first. Let's go in. I'm sure he's trying to go fast here. I'm sure he's trying to ramp. He probably wants to play his, ooh, Sheldred's Edict. that is just going to generate a token that does the same thing. Alright, that puts him at 8. It should either give both of you the token, depending on what side either one of you puts down on, or it should, Nice. I escaped. I know all your tricks, Golgari. I know all your tricks. I got away with it. All right. Yeah, we're going to leave that one there for tonight, guys. We did pretty good on that one. Not going to lie, this is old reliable for me. I've gotten a Mythic with something similar a few times, and I think that Finn and a couple of these other plays, do work quite well of what we have here. Finn and adding Death Touch in the early game and just trying to really go aggressive on it has just supercharged the Toxic builds as we want them to. Plus a little bit more flexibility on land base. It's all around pretty good. And Annex Sentry, I think, is an underrated card that, because it's immune to go for the throat. So not a bad one either way. So that being said, I've been Jay Villain, and you've been great. Bye-bye. No, it's not the end of the stream. It's just the end of the video. So Sunfall would have the potential to backfire horribly if you had a huge creature, if you had a lot of creatures on the board, and somebody Sunfalled you, and you got, like, you could put a 7/7 down next turn, because you could swing in for the kill. So it puts kind of a time clock on it. It puts kind of a countdown of what potentially you might be able to or might not be able to do. It's very potentially, it gives you a Nivered Aspect, and it puts kind of a risk reward situation onto that deck. And I think that is very useful overall. I think that kind of risk-reward situation is extremely good. I think that is a well-made card, because at that point you're saying, oh, I don't like this card. It's a real pain in the ass. But it has the potential to backfire. Right now, that card has only upside. It literally has no downside. There's only good things that can happen to you. With that one, there's only a positive. Yeah, it kills your creatures too, but it also rolls your creatures into a bigger creature. So there's not even that issue where it's going to do anything of that nature. It's always going to be a positive. It's going to be a net positive for you. Yeah. It's pretty crazy that card exists. I can't wait till it's gone. Bo, 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 bo. I kind of want to do a Hitotsugi. So let's take Pick your poison. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that, Warchild. Thank you. Wait, that's not legal. I clicked the wrong thing. Click the wrong thing. Each opponent sacrifices an artifact, enchantment, creature with flying. That's not terrible. I mean, it's a sorcery. I'd be better if it was an instant. Honestly, we might be better with raid. Requisition raid. That might be the better pit. It's also a sorcery, but it can do more for more money. We can hit a 3-drop on it and really fuck them up, you know. Yeah, I would say that. But it's a good idea to have that artifact and enchantment. Enchantments was a real big issue for us. Enchantments were bothering us quite a bit. Silver Sable. Forgot about Silver Sable. She was in the other game. She was just in the Star Wars game. Star Wars. Spider-Man. Paw Patch. I mean, we could go through every single card that does it. We eventually have to stop sideboarding. Destroy Evil or Get Lost are both flexible enough, you know. There are a lot of good cards that do that, and I think that is the main idea is there, is we do want to sideboard a little bit, you know. All right, let's see what Hillbilly had cooking. I actually really liked... Me and Hillbilly are not the... We don't agree on a lot of decks that we like building together. He runs stuff very different from me. Not to say that he's a bad builder by any means. He just runs things very different from the way I run things. And it's rare that I'm very excited about a Hillbilly build right here. But this one is interesting. This one is interesting. I think probably I would get rid of... I would change some things around here. Tithing Blade, not as much. Fell, probably not as much. Shock, sure. But we think we do... But I like what he has cooking here, especially with Hitotsugi's. We haven't been able to run a Hitotsugi's deck yet. I think maybe a bitter. 25 on a 26. That might be where it's at. Let's take a look. We'll call it Hilditsugi. Take a look at this real quick, and then we'll do the shaky breaky. Let's do unranked first. Let's try it. Gonna be a short stream tonight, boys, because yeah, we're not gonna go. I don't think we're gonna go the full 10 hours. Shock is for Screaming Mimi, yeah. I don't know. People don't like Bitter Triumph. People don't like the sacrifices you have to make for Bitter Triumph. And to be perfectly honest, I don't care. Like, I generally always can use that to my advantage. A lot of times, I don't mind losing life because I'm going to gain it. Or I am not worried about discarding a card because I literally want a card in my graveyard. But yeah, Fell's been all of a sudden real popular. Got real jazzed up lately. Let's do that. Do that. Yeah, it's sorcery speed. It's People have been really liking it lately. My turn. Temple of Malice. I probably want a few less of those, too. Because of this situation right here. Blazemire's too much. Already got way too much mana. What's he going to put down? Annex, naturally. Unstoppable Slasher. He's going to generate the demon. Yeah, I didn't draw any of the Pingus. I didn't draw any Pingus. No Pingus Dingus. Now that guy's mad. Sheldrissy the Apocalypse. We'll try this. Hey, what's up, Carlama Face? He's probably got removal. That'll put him down. Boom. We got him at 10. Boom. Boom. That'll put him exactly at 10. And then we do that. That's funny. Okay, that was pretty funny, right? Yeah, I feel like we do too, Trevbot, but it's been real. I don't get it. I've been getting hit with Fel a lot. I don't know why that suddenly amped up in popularity, but it certainly has been. Let's go down on the temples a little bit. Put some black cleaves. Put some sulfur. 2, 3, 4. All right. Great games without the pingers. Yeah, you got to manipulate them. You got to bat them around like a cat a little bit before you get your... It was very funny. If that's not worth your price of admission right there. What's up, Nitrogen? How you doing? Twitch real quiet tonight. YouTube is the chatter. All right, one more, and then we're gonna do the shakedown breakdown, and we'll probably end it at 1:30. 1 hour and 30. We'll end it at 3. So, let's do that. Pingus. Let's do that. We need another mana, 42%. You said no. Pingus. No. Unstoppable Sloosher. More like Unstoppable Sploosher, am I right? I'm kind of sad that this has become the meta. that it's so become just ubiquitous. It's basically this. Let's try this. Boom. There's the Pingus. It's gonna hurt him no matter what happens here. He's gonna know where to run it. But the Pingus goes on there no matter what. Okay. Hey, Carlama Face, how you doing? I don't know. The only thing I can think of is that a content creator said it's an underrated card and we should all be running it. That's the only thing I can think of, that somebody somewhere said this card is secret tech that nobody is running, and it needs to do what it does. Yeah, that's the only thing that I can think of. Gonna play removal on it. Boom. Probably will just play the demon next turn. He's digging for it. We're gonna scoop as soon as that demon hits. And oh no, the demon didn't hit. Boom. Boom. Okay. Demon will probably hit this time. Or he'll play removal. Sheldrossi the Apocalypse. We haven't even been able to get the whatchamacallit, the fourth mana for it. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. All over us there. Bringing some absolute heat in the unranked queue for right there. Interesting. No, you're right. I don't see why everyone likes Fell. You're 100% right, Checho. I'm not saying that it's a good move. I'm confused as it. I'm as confused as you are, to be honest. Think we might be needing some 1-drops, perhaps? Not clear at this point. Oh. We have the option to do something funny here. Yeah. That's good to hear, Opt. That's good to hear. Surveil 1. Optimistic Scavenger. Probably going to put Sheltered by Ghost down on this. Or a removal of some kind. I would imagine right away. He's doing the ward, yeah. He's doing the ward thing. Boom, boom, boom. Audacity, boom. Boom. We need a Tithing Blade or a Sacrifice effect. There's Hitotsugi's. Boom. We do that. It's probably got another one. If you don't get on top of them for this, they eat you alive if you don't have the suppression right away. Last game's hand would have been a great combination to play on it. Would have been a fantastic way of doing things. This is an L immediately. if you don't have suppressive fire for these decks right off the rip, which is why I'm thinking we may need... Wait, there's still Fel in this? Did I not change it? There shouldn't be any Fel in this. Oops, that's my bad. Why did that not change when I did it? I'm almost positive I took them out. We need some cut downs. We need to absolutely smash people in the face. I swore I took those out, guys. Let's apply it to being sick, I guess. Yeah, those Selesnya decks, if they get going. You know how many games I lost when I could have was like 26, -1? A lot. How do you lost so many people you could fart in and kill fucking game? Yeah, so this is the type of hand that you want against those decks. Unfortunately, we didn't get it last game. We'll do the blade. Can't let him ramp. Yeah, Incubus, it's very frustrating to lose by 1. It's part of the reason that I tend to try to have direct damage occasionally. Boom. Temple of Milady. Innkeeper's Talent. Maelstrom Pulse. Boom. Boom. What's he got for me here? Really ripping a lot of damage down. Okay. Liliana the Villainy, as expected. I like the tithing blades in here because they let you do the 1 pinga. Deadly cover up, very nice. Oh, somebody fucked up. Somebody wasn't paying attention. That's a board wipe brain right there, boys. I want you, hold on everyone. I want everyone to focus for a second. I want everyone to lock in. All right? All right. Board wipe brain. This is meta brain right here. My man has 1 life left. He has up the beanstalk because nobody can play a game without up the beanstalk. He has deadly cover up. He said, I have to board wipe because I have board wipe brain. I can't think of any other solution to this problem except board wipe because this has gotten me out of every other jam I've ever had in my whole life. Up the beanstalk because it's card draw. All card draw is inherently good. Okay? This man plays a 5-drop on this, draws a card, and blows his own face off. Pay attention, man. Don't get meta-brained out there. Don't get meta-brained out there. I don't know if he had any other solution, but there's 5 other cards in his hand that a lot of other things could have happened. I don't know what these 5 cards are, but I have to feel that there was some sort of other solution in there, even putting up blockers or just getting rid of this specifically. If he didn't have removal for this, it would be bad. But as fast as he played is telling me that he did not even think about it. Because as soon as it was his turn, he threw deadly cover up and immediately drew a card and blew his face off. So he wasn't even aware that that was going to happen. So pay attention to your meta decks because they'll accidentally kill you occasionally. That was pretty funny. That was a teachable moment there, guys. You don't know how many people, it's more than I can count on one hand that people have accidentally killed themselves by playing board wipes or doing a stupid mistake like that. Like, legitimately, people fuck around and kill themselves that way a lot. Like, more than you would think. Just accidentally blow their own face off doing some silly shit like that. Like, they don't pay attention and they're playing a meta deck on autopilot, and it just hits them, you know? It just smacks them right in the face. So, very funny stuff right there. All right, shakedown breakdown time. All right, here we go. Let's get into it, boys. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, J Villain, aka That Villain J, and tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do, because we are running one of my favorite decks, Old Reliable, the one that just works, as Todd Howard said. Selesnya Toxic, a great combo play. Toxic is really coming up right now because it doesn't require too much interaction from your opponent. You can punish people for targeting your creatures, which removal heavy right now. It's very, very meta. I've been leaning heavily on Toxic to get wins in lately because going in on the muscle is really tough right now. So it just works, guys. With the enhancements from Foundation, we're actually really ripping and gripping here. So before we do this one, I need you to do something for me, which is, of course, tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button, because if you don't press that like and subscribe button, guys, I'm going to be honest with you, you will be attacked by the like and subscribe, which you may or may not know is a YouTube werewolf who will viciously maul you and claw you for not liking the video and subscribing to the channel today. Join us on a stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainej for all live streaming goodness. We would love to have you there live and in person on Twitch and on YouTube. Either one, hit that bell. You'll be notified when we go live on each. We're only about 9 followers away on Twitch. We're going to do a giveaway from 3,000. We're 9 away from 3,000 on Twitch, so check that out. You can check out our Discord community for all latest news, information, post your decks, post memes, all that stuff right there. It's going to be great for join the Discord. And, of course, this deck and all the other ones that I build are going to be available down below on my AetherHub. So if you want a copy of this one, go right down there to the AetherHub and you will find it. So, that all being said, I apologize for my extra crispy voice tonight. I'm a little bit sick, but the games must go on. It doesn't matter that I'm sick. We've got to play. So, we're going to try to go low and aggressive here. Really get them poisoned quick, all right? Kind of a different strategy than the previous one because we are including a little bit of an artifact combination plays here. Crawling Chorus is actually, right now, a very good card. The reason is, with everybody playing early removal, this immediately replaces itself. So it's a 1-drop for 1/1 toxic. When it dies, it creates a Phyrexian Might. We are going to be working a little bit with the Phyrexian Mites because they're artifact creatures, okay? And we can have this combination with artifacts as we go on. A lot of the white Phyrexians from the All Will Be One set and the Invasions are artifacts. We can pivot that to our advantage right here. So Part of the reason we want artifacts is we are running one Teething Wormlet. I really like this combo. This is, you can put a couple of them in here. 1 green, 1/1. It has Death Touch as long as you control 3 or more artifacts. So the more mites we have, the more artifacts we can possibly get. Whenever an artifact enters for the first time, we gain 1 life, and it also gets +1/+1. So it gets bigger the more artifacts come in for the first time. We gain life off it. It grows bigger off of the worm, and the more artifacts that we have, it could have Death Touch, which is extremely useful for the combinations that we're running. Another great artifact that I still see people play, old Skrelv. Everyone forgets about Skrelv right here. 1 white, 1/1, legendary artifact creature, Phyrexian Might. Toxic 1. He cannot block. However, he is toxic, and he can basically make somebody unblockable and give them protection. Another target creature you control gains Toxic 1, and don't forget, Toxic stacks. Okay? It's Toxic stacks on another. So if it was already Toxic 1, it goes to 2, 2 goes to 3, etc. And hexproof from that color, it can't be blocked by that color. So if they're running a mono black deck and you need to deliver the poison, you could take a Might, make it immune to black, and it goes in for 2 poison. That could be the end of the game right there. It's hexproof and does that. So it's a sneaky guy. Definitely useful, and again, feeds into the artifact thing. Ankle Biter. A 1/1 Death Touch Snake is very useful, especially with the fight cards that we're going to have in this deck, and especially with bringing up with Finn. Death Touch is going to be another great way to deliver extra poison on this, and he is just awesome looking card right there. Great early play. I mean, a 1/1 Death Touch green, pretty solid. Unassuming. People don't think a lot of it. People don't think that he's going to be up to much, but then he gets up to some shenanigans and things get bad. So now we're going to go for the Venerated Rot Priest. Yes, this session we did get the turn 1 Venerated Rot Priest scoop. This card is hated for a reason. 1 green, 1/2, Toxic Phyrexian Druid. This guy is a win con and a half right here. Again, people, when you put him down, sometimes people go, nope, and they quit the game. The fact that he's Toxic 1, but whenever a creature you control becomes the target of a spell, any spell, yours or your opponent's, it doesn't matter, any spell, target opponent gets a poison counter. So the more spells get targeted, the more poison they get. Multiple of these on the board is bad. What we like to do with this to stack it even higher is have Tyvar's Stand or any other protection card like these ready to go. I generally don't like to play this on turn 1 too frequently, especially if I have a protection, because people go after this guy immediately. And what we can do is bait them out. We play a Venerated Rot Priest, and then we hit it immediately. If they try to play Cut Down, we immediately hit it with Tyvar's Stand. That way, they've wasted their Cut Down, they got 2 poison, and they got 2 poison out of it. And they basically wasted their turn. So Tyvar's Stand is instant, 1 green minimum, but it can also pump up higher, which can be useful to trample over things or survive certain things. Target creature gets +X and gains hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn. I know you're saying, Jay, there's other stuff that does hexproof. I also want indestructible. Because I want things to be able to survive Deadly Cover-Up or Day of Judgment or something like that. So hexproof is good, but frankly for this one, I really do want the indestructible combination on that. So targeting your own creatures with stuff really helps trigger Red Venerated Rot Priest as well. We go to the 2-drops. Again, investing in mites right here. 1 white and 1 at the beginning of your upkeep. If you lose 1 life, create a 1/1 Phyrexian Mite creature token with a Toxic 1, and this creature can't block. Again, generating 1 token each turn. It feeds right into Teething Wormlet. The 1 life you lose gains 1 back from Teething Wormlet, gives Teething Wormlet a +1. And then, of course, the more artifacts you have, the potential you have for Death Touch. So, actually, they synergize very well. I've been meaning to put them in a deck for a while, and I figured I'd throw them in this one just for funsies. And Corrupted, as long as an opponent has 3 or more poison, creatures you control have lifelink, can be really useful in the middle to late game. If you've already poisoned your opponents and you're hitting for a lot, you can recover a lot of life that way. Here he is, guys. We got to run 4 Finn the Fangbearers here, guys. I got to keep running him, man. He is just so useful in current meta. He is back from Foundations, which is fantastic right here. We have the premium art, 1 green and 1/3 Death Touch Human Warrior. Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch deals combat damage to a player, that player gets 2 poison counters. Very, very big problem. We're not so focused on Death Touch this turn. This game as opposed to the black one, but I think that with enough ankle biters, I think that with enough aggression right there, we will get enough creatures out and put enough damage down. But he is a terrible problem for people. The death touches also work quite well with Infectious Bite, which is 1 green and 1. Target creature you control deals power equal to its creature you don't. Now remember, if it's dealing, it deals damage. It's very good. And then we also have the ability to Venerated Rot Priest, so we target our creature and we target somebody else. Boom. We have that ability right there. They actually going to get 2. So Infectious Bite is extremely useful combination right there. I think 2 Slaughter Singers. If we're doing Selesnya, we got to put him in here anyways. He has a Toxic 2 for 2, which is nice, and he also pumps everyone else. If you're going against a different token deck and you're swinging in for heavy, he does put that a little bit of extra edge on there. 2/2, Toxic 2. Whenever a creature with Toxic controls attacks, it gets +2 into the +1/+1 to the end of turn. Now here's some other cards on the high end. So those are all kind of our low end middle cards. These are our only high end cards right here. Annex Sentry and Bloated Contaminator. Annex Sentry is another one that I feel like people kind of forgot. The reason that I like this guy so much, and I used to play him very frequently, and it saved my life more than a few times. 1 white and 2 Phyrexian Cleric. Artifact creature, so he's immune from Go for the Throat. He can get cut down, but he's immune for Go for the Throat. He has a Toxic 1, and when he enters, exile target artifact or creature an opponent controls of mana 3 or less until he leaves the battlefield. Very useful for getting rid of artifacts and creatures, tokens, whatever. I like laying him down because he will enhance Teething Wormlet. Well, it might be able enough to give you Death Touch right there, which with Finn the Fangbearer is good synergy. And it also clears the way a little bit. I really do like him. I think he's a useful card. He's hard to get through. He's a good blocker for medium range creatures. Solid all around. I don't know why people play him more. Maybe objectively there's better 3-drops. For this kind of poison deck, I think that he really does pull his weight. And of course the Bloat Boy. Your Bloat Boy in this one is honestly your finisher. He's not even going to be your workhorse right here, the Bloated Contaminator. 1 green and 2 4/4 trample Toxic 1. Whenever Bloated Contaminator deals damage, proliferate. What does that mean? Proliferate means you add another counter of your choice. You increase the amount of counters. Toxic poison counters is a counter. So if he tramples over and does 1 toxic, he then proliferates for another toxic. So he functionally does 2 toxic. That trample is a big deal. I like to save it with Tyvar's Stand and Venerated Rot Priest, and you have a nice combination play where if you targeted him with Tyvar's Stand, he gets a poison. Then you pump him to trample over whatever, they could put a big obstacle in your way. Well, guess what? Load him up on this. Targeting him gets venerated. He gets +6/+6. He's now a 10/10. He tramples through. He gets a poison, and then you proliferate. You've delivered 6 poison, trampled through a big defender, and really finished up nicely. This all kind of synergizes. Like, no matter what actions you're taking, if they're targeting you, if you're targeting them, if you're swinging in, whatever you're doing, you're always putting pressure on your opponent. It's the kind of aggro where they're very, very scared. They're throwing out moves to throw moves. They're kind of throwing removal just to throw it. They're killing everything they can to try to keep the poison toxic swarm off of them. And if you have Venerated Rot Priest in all of that madness, they're getting toxic out on top of everything else. Eventually, they're just going to run out of options. 5 plains, 6 forests, 3 brushlands, 3 hushwoods, 3 razorwood verge. You choose Cavern of Souls, you choose Phyrexian, you'll be all right. You could put 2 of those in there. And of course, 1 or 2 Mirexes for your pleasure as it goes right there. Very cheap deck. 1.7 on 22 mana. If you want to go less mana, you could. I kind of was hitting 3 mana, and I kind of wanted to hit 4, so I went with 22. You could try to run 21. You're running it really close. 29 creatures, Phyrexians, everything from beasts, warriors, humans. The only human is Finn, but we're everywhere on this one. 8 instants, 7 artifacts, 2 enchantments, 22 altogether. A little bit more green than white on this one, oddly enough. It just works. I've relied on decks like this for a long time. They're tried and true. Selesnya Toxic, I think, has fallen out of favor. But honestly, if you need to punch through some ranks, it's climbing me up platinum pretty nice right here. I might even use it as my daily climber to get diamond. So, some other options. Authority of the Consuls, never a bad idea. Requisition Raid, you can destroy artifacts and enchantments. In that similar vein, Destroy Evil or Get Lost are fine targeted removals as well. Jawbone Duelist is another great one. This used to be very meta. You'd hit Jawbone Duelist with Skrelv, and it would do 4 poison. I did want to put him in there, but honestly, he might not be he's kind of a lateral move from Finn, and I kind of wanted to do Finn as well, because Finn can kind of spread the poison out, especially with the other Death Touchers. But he is definitely a good card. Gaia's Gift and Overprotect. Any kind of other pump, protect, and trample. I think that we don't want hexproof. We want indestructible and trample right here. So +2, gain reach, which is very good for catching demons out of this guy. Gains reach, trample, hexproof, and indestructible. Guy's Gift is not a bad one to trample over and do that extra poison, resist that target. Also, Overprotect, if we're talking about another one. Overprotect +3, trample, hexproof, and indestructible. You don't gain reach off that one, but either one is going to be fine for you right there to increase the amount of power that you're putting in and do what you need to do. So those are some alternatives right there. It just works, guys. Again, we're just slow ranking with this. We're just chilling, slow ranking, climbing up, and doing what we can do right here. So we're going to go into standard ranked. We're going to choose our Selesnya Toxic. Let's get into the game. Here we go, guys. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Hope you're having a good new year. Oh, bonus game, guys. Good night, Chris. We're leaving after this one, folks. I know it's late. Alright, we'll do this. Teething Wormet. Boom. Tyler Stan, we'll do that. Boom. Hopefully it's not a black mana. No, it's Selesnya. Up the beanstalk. It's that. Let's go in. Boom, boom. Let's hold steady. Hot Woods. Okay. Didn't hit another green. That's too bad. I have a feeling he's going to board wipe me next turn, so we'll just hold steady on this one. I have a feeling he's just going to fucking Sunfall me, because that's all they do. They just run Sunfall. Day of Judgment, destroy all creatures. We'll run you. Boom. Probably going to destroy all creatures again. That's all they do is just destroy creatures. That's all they do. They just run, destroy, 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 because they can't stand anything being on the board. Oh yeah, that's a Liliana right there. Each player sacrifices 2 of their choice. Land. Boom. Boom. Do that. Yeah, this is the Abzan control you were talking about, huh? Leyline Binding, we're going to quit the game. We're done with that. Oh, we got sucked into a game, guys. I hate it. I hate it, guys. Sucked into a fucking control game every time. Alright, I'm going to let you get out of here, folks. It's late. Trex, do you want the stream, Trex? Are you paying attention, Trex? No, he's on Be Right Back. He's got about 1 minute to fucking tell me what he wants. Good night, Chris. Good night, Checho. Good night, Trevbot. Warchild, thank you for coming. Oh, fuck it. We'll send you to him anyways. You're getting him anyways, Trex. Bye, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.